croissant.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Croissant, and this week I wanted to show you my handheld collection. I have 10 systems here. I am missing some things. I'm missing my older PSPs, and I'm missing my Game Gear, and I'm missing my original red Game Boy SP. They're all at my mother's house, somewhere. I'm going to start with the PlayStation stuff, because there's only 2 of those here, and then I'll move into Nintendo and Steam Deck, which is the rest of everything that I have. Mostly Nintendo stuff here now that I'm looking at it. My first system I have here is the pink PSP, rose pink. I believe this is a Japanese PSP. I got this on Mercari and it came with the box. I really wanted the box. It is the rose pink Bloom Series PSP 2000. And you can see on the back there's some writing here in Japanese. Yes, so it is modded. It does have some games on it. I've put some games on it myself. But yes, I love this color. And it's very nice. The only thing, the thumbstick is a little gross, kind of. But it's not too bad. It works. It looks great. The screen looks great. The games play fine. It came with a pre-loaded memory stick, so I didn't have to buy one on my own. And it still plays original hardware. You can still put your UMDs in there, your UMD games or movies. And this is the case that I have for it. I have a case for pretty much every system here. So it's nothing crazy. On the inside, you can see there's a space for some UMDs right here. But yeah, it's a nice little case. And I like to keep it in there just so my systems don't get dusty or anything or scratched up. Yeah, I love the PSP. It was one of my first major forays into handheld gaming. I played it so much when I was a kid. I played Daxter, obviously was packed in. That was my introduction to Family Guy with the Freaking Sweet collection. I played Star Wars Renegade Squadron, which I didn't know until I was much older that there was another Star Wars Squadron game. I can't remember the name of it. But I wish I had that back then. I played so many SVR games, 2007, 2008, 2009. I played that online with friends when I was near them. Ad hoc, I think is what the name of it was. That type of multiplayer. A lot of love for the PSP, and that is why I wanted to get a pink PSP with the box, because I don't have any of my boxes for my original PSPs anymore. My other Sony handheld device is the PS Vita, and I got this when it came out for my birthday, the year it came out. I believe that was 2011 now, which is 15 years ago. Oh my God. That's crazy. But yeah, so this was a big step up. You can see it has the double thumbsticks. It had a touchscreen, and the back here is actually a touchscreen as well. This is the original with the OLED screen. I did mod this one, and I kind of wish that I didn't. I wish I gotten like a different PS Vita for that. Maybe I'll do that. I'll get a different PS Vita and just use that as a stock system. But this one is modded. It has Adrenaline on it. I can play PSP games, and I can play other Vita games that were on the store. But yeah, I think this is a lot more comfortable than the PSP. It's just a bit of a step up. And it's really sad that it didn't take off as well as the PSP did. I feel like the PSP was definitely more popular despite the PS Vita being better hardware overall. And they also changed to... Do I have a game in here? No, I don't have a game in here. But they changed to little cartridges instead of the UMDs, which I think they're about the size of a Switch game. So not too easy to lose. And this is my case here. You can see there's a lot more space for games in here. There's a lot of cartridge space where the other one for the PSP only had 2. And you can put your charging cords, and if you want to have a wired headphone or earbud thing going on, you can put that in there, no problem. But yes, I definitely like this a lot more. It also has a camera. I forgot it has a camera. But yes, I definitely like the PS Vita a lot, and I have not played it as much as I should have. There's so many great games on it. Again, you can play PSP games on it. And yeah, it's a great handheld device. And it's not much bigger than the original PSP. But it was very expensive when it first came out. I believe it was like $300 or $350. So when I was asking for it for my birthday, I really had to beg. I was like, please, please, please. And I got 2 games. I got Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate, I think. It was Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Mod Nation Racers. And I played a lot more Marvel vs. Capcom. And I ended up getting Uncharted as well, Golden Abyss, I believe, which was a lot of fun for, a handheld game. Come on. So I actually lied. I do have a third PlayStation handheld. This one is a lot newer. And this is the PlayStation Portal. It is very comfortable to hold. I do have a case on it. It doesn't come this shiny. I have a plastic case on it just so it doesn't break when I drop it or anything. It's very comfortable to hold. The thumbsticks are a bit smaller than on the normal PS5 controller, and as you can see, they've merged the PS5 controller and just stretched it out and put a console or a screen in the middle of it. And you play games on this by streaming it or cloud. You don't download the games on here. You're connecting to your PS5 through remote play, and you're playing the games that way. I have had good experiences with it, and I've had not so great experiences with it. Kind of just depends on the day. But I have played Spider-Man on this a little bit, and it played great. It doesn't look as good as it would be if you're just playing it on your PS5 on your TV, or if you're playing on your PS5 Pro if you have one of those. But it is definitely a good way if you just want to play in bed, or if you want to play just around your house and not be plugged into the TV and have that freedom to move around. Then I think it's a good system to go with. I've played Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D on this, and that was great. Games that don't require a lot of reaction time, I think, are better than playing other games, because my internet's pretty decent. It's not the fastest, but it's not the worst. And sometimes it gets slow. Sometimes it's seamless and easy to use. I've seen people use it on planes around the world when they're away from their PlayStation. But yeah, in my experience, it's okay, not the best handheld, but I have enjoyed what I've done with it, even though sometimes it doesn't work the best. I'll show you the case for this one. It's a lot bigger, obviously, because the PlayStation Portal's pretty big, but it's pretty good. It's a thick case, and it has this nice velvety feel to it on the inside, and I still have my screen protector baggie. I think it's a microfiber cloth, actually. There's not much space for anything else but the system itself, and there is some space back here, but it's not a lot of extra room. So if you're going to take a charging cord, put it in your backpack or your suitcase or something, and don't forget about it, because you can't put it in your case with the thing, unless my case just sucks. Now I'm going to move on to my Nintendo handhelds. I'm going to go old to new, just like I did with the Sony handhelds, the PlayStation handhelds. So the first Nintendo handheld I have is the Game Boy SP. It's a Pikachu edition. It's really cute, a little scratched up though. I'm not really sure where I got this from, but on the inside, there's a little Pikachu down here that you can hopefully see. Yes, it focused. And the buttons are brown. I wish they would have just kept the black buttons, because it's black on the back here, but I guess Pikachu doesn't have brown on him, I don't think. Why are these buttons brown? But yeah, anyway, very cute. I like it. It's a good way to play. It still holds up. The screen looks great. Sounds great. Yeah, so that's my Game Boy SP. I do have a red one. I don't have it with me. I mentioned that earlier, and I wish I did, because that's my original childhood Game Boy SP that I got when I was like 4 years old. Didn't really know what I was doing, but I had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on there that I liked. Pokemon Sapphire, which I never really got into because I was 4 years old, didn't know what the hell was going on. And I also had a Power Rangers beat 'em up game and a Rocket Power, that old Nickelodeon cartoon. I had a Rocket Power game, which I didn't really watch Rocket Power, but I guess my grandparents thought that I would enjoy it. I know they gave that game to me. And there was a SpongeBob game too, but it wasn't a great SpongeBob game. It was a side scroller, which, I mean, it was a Game Boy game, so what else would it have been? But yeah, definitely some good memories on the Game Boy SP playing those games. Now, next, I don't have a DS Lite, but I do have my blue DSi XL. It has a lot of stickers on it. I don't know when I got this or where I got this, because I didn't put these stickers on it. And I haven't gone to take them off yet, because I don't really use this that much. But I did want a DSi XL because it's my favorite version of the DS, the original DS before the 3DS. And it has these huge screens, and it feels really comfortable with adult hands. And playing this as a kid using a DSi XL, I had a burgundy DSi XL. I dropped it one day and got the left trigger stuck, so I couldn't use the left trigger, or maybe it was the right trigger. I haven't modded this, so I can just play this stock. But normally, if I'm going to play a DS game, I'll use my 3DS, which I will show you next. Oh, there was a game in there. There was Super Scribblenauts. Love Scribblenauts. And this case is a lot of fun. It's a Pokemon case, and you can see the DS fits in there. Flip down. and you have space for a good amount of games, and you can just shove your charger in here if you want to. Maybe not, because I don't think there's enough space for that, but you have enough room for your DS and some games. Charge it up before you leave the house. Now, my next Nintendo handheld is a 3DS, like I just said, and this is the Galaxy Purple new Nintendo 3DS XL. Say that 3 times fast. Oh my god. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous handheld. I wanted this for so long, and I finally gave it to myself as a birthday gift a couple years ago. I bought it along with the pink PSP at the same time I'd been watching this. And this thing goes for like $300 or upwards of $300 now, probably. At the time, I was watching and it was always at 300, maybe a little bit above. And I found it finally for just below, it was between 200 and 300. I believe it was like closer to $250, $240 is what I got it for on Mercari. And I don't regret the purchase. It's in great condition. And I have modded this one as well. I've modded this one and put some games on it. This is my favorite 3DS that I've ever had and ever will have. I just think it's such a cool design. So I'm very happy to have that in my collection. And the case for this one's really simple. It's just a blue case. And it has space for 3 games and a bigger pen. But yeah, there's Splinter Cell 3D in there right now. But yeah, it's... Oh, there is a pen in there. Pokemon pen. Next, I'm going backwards just for this one system, but this is my original 3DS, the Cosmic Blue 3DS. I thought this was the prettiest one at the time. I got this for Christmas the year it came out. You don't really see this color very often. I don't remember seeing this color growing up, and it caught my eye. I like colors with my handheld systems, as you can tell, except for the PS Vita. It's just the original one. But yeah, it has a black screen. The 3D isn't as good on this one. The 3D on the Midnight Purple, the new Nintendo 3DS XL, is the best. I love the 3D on that. It has the head tracking. This one doesn't have that as much, so you need to just be in a fixed position when you're playing this, and the screens are smaller. I also think, yeah, I lost the pen on this one. So, 11-year-olds don't take the best care of things all the time. But I'm glad to still have this. I had a sticker on it at some point. I believe it was a Gears of War sticker. So it's not on there anymore, but you can still see the residue is still on there now. But yes, I don't want to get rid of this. It's sentimental. My first 3D console, I remember it was all the rage back then. I was like, 3D, what? And they had these AR cards in the box, which I don't have anymore. But yes, there's a lot of cool things going on with the 3DS at the time. And the gimmick got a lot of us. I remember the first time I saw one, I was on the bus with a friend of mine going to the after-school care. And he had gotten one. And I was like, oh my God, like right when it came out. And I was like so jealous. I thought it was so cool. And couldn't believe, like, it was actually a 3D thing. Like, it was actually 3D and it worked and it looked pretty cool for the time. Like, it blew my mind. Next is my Switch OLED. I have it in this Snorlax case. For all the Pokemon stuff I have, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan, but I love this case. I think it's so fun. It holds a good amount of games. Kind of hard to get them in there. I don't really like putting games in here, in those spots. But anyway, here's the Switch OLED. It is a little bit bigger of a screen than the original Switch, white Joy-Cons, and I have these little Satisfy grips on it because I have a pink Satisfy grip that I used when this was my primary Switch. Yeah, I remember when I got this, when they first announced this, and I was like, I already have a Switch, so like I don't need a Switch OLED, but I like collecting things, and once I kept seeing how cool the screen was and how it made the colors pop, and Metroid Dread was coming out, I was like, I need to get the OLED just so I can play Metroid Dread on this console, because I need to see the cool colors and things pop. And it looks great. It's a little bit of a step up from the original Switch, so if you want to get a Switch, you don't have one, I definitely recommend the OLED. The Switch 2 is also a great one, but if you just want to play Switch 1 games, the Switch 1 or the Switch OLED will do you just fine. So the next Nintendo handheld I'm going to show is the Switch 2. The screen is ginormous. It's very comfortable. I have some Satisfy grips here, and I think that the Satisfy grip definitely helps a lot. Like, you can play the Switch 2 like this, but I think if you have a grip like the Satisfy grip on your Switch 2, makes things much better in the original Switch as well. I think it's such a game changer. It makes it much more comfortable. I got the Switch 2 last year, a couple months after it came out. I was trying to hold off because I didn't really need it, but I just was like, I just couldn't control myself. I got it, And I got the Mario Kart World bundle. They definitely need to add more GameCube games on the Switch 2, and it's very cool that you can do that on there. So overall, I think the system's pretty cool. I wish there were more games to play on it. There are more slowly coming out, but I still need to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, and I still need to play Star Fox that just came out. But, there's a Garfield game coming out too soon that I think would be good to play on the Switch 2. Maybe I'll stream it. The case for this one is huge. This is the Satisfy case. So this is meant to put your Switch 2 in here with the Satisfy grip on it. There is plenty of space in here. It's a very nice velvety type of case, and you have plenty of space for games. Like there's 2 rows here for games, and you have your pocket here for your charging cord. But yeah, huge case, very premium, leather on the outside. Like, if you drop this, your system's probably going to be okay. And finally, the final system I have here is the Steam Deck. Yes. So this is like either the 500 gig or the 1 terabyte version. This, despite its shape, it looks kind of funky. It is comfortable. And it does have these little paddles on the back, so you can program those to different face buttons or triggers if you want. I was surprised at how comfortable this felt, because it is a weird shape for a handheld, but the screen is great. It does get kind of hot, and the battery doesn't last super long. You might get 2 to 3 hours depending on what settings you use for games. But this is a great way to play indies. Some game like Baldur's Gate 3 is on here. That's a pretty big game. You can play Dragon's Dogma on this. The new Dragon Age game, which I know some people don't like, but if you want to, you can play it on here. I think it's a good alternative. Sometimes I just want to sit at my PC and play the game in all its glory that it's meant to, but if you want to take your games on the go, your PC games on the go, your Steam library, this is a great option. Just make sure that you use the right settings and make sure your game can play on here. And Steam Deck HQ is a good resource. They review games on the Steam Deck and its playability and what settings they used to get the best gameplay out of it. I definitely recommend checking them out if you're going to be playing a lot of your games on the Steam Deck. And this is my case. It's the official Steam Deck case. Very nice, not leathery. It's more cloth on the inside, and you can see there is the microfiber cloth that I still have not taken out of the plastic, like 3 years later. This thing's kind of hefty, so it's kind of making sure you have a backpack or something. It does have a handle like this, so you could just carry it around, but I can't see myself carrying it around. Also, the case does get kind of dusty if it sits for a while, so mine looks okay right now because I cleaned it off before the video, but just keep that in mind if you're going to get the official case. Maybe you'll want a leather case instead, or third-party case, and not the official Steam Deck case. They might have something better now that they offer, but I'm not really sure. So those are all my handhelds that I have with me. I have a lot of them. I don't use them all as much as I should. Maybe making this video will spark that fire in me to go back and play some more of these systems. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite handheld is, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.